So today is Sunday, January 18th. I just met the Amazon driver at the door to get my Leo James Popcaster, but I just wanted to document this and show you. Check that out. What the, like, are you serious? I don't know if the guitar is broken. No idea. Looks like we got a return on our hands, but stay tuned. Unlike this guitar probably is. See what I did there? So I'm going to let this sit for 24 hours before I dig any deeper into this review. Hey YouTube family. How are you guys doing? Hope you're all doing well. Well, you saw how that guitar was packaged up in that Amazon box. Man, I didn't even look at it. I just reached in, grabbed a little bag that guitar was in, put it back in that small box, pulled that box out, brought it downstairs to get climatized, and fired the big box in the recycling bin. I don't know what we're dealing with, but let's go check out some gear. Here it is. It's been 24 hours. And I'm almost scared to really have a look at what's in here. First thing you'll notice is this box has no tape on it. None. I don't know how Amazon gets these, but they must get them in a pallet with a bunch of these together that are maybe cellophane wrapped. Then the Amazon workers must just slice that wrap, send these guitars out individually, but they neglect to just take 2 seconds and tape this box shut. Just one pass of packaging tape over here and one pass of packaging tape over here is all you'd need. Then you can take this and put it in a bigger box. But man, like it is here, this cover is just going to pop off during shipping. This guitar is going to fly all over the place. What are the chances that this guitar has no dings or dents or cracks? Place your bets now. We're going to take this covering off. So right now I'm just hoping there's no broken tuners or cracked headstock or split neck. And it looks like we are good in that department. Everything is tight. It is roasted maple. Leo James Popcaster. Right off the bat, we have the crappy flat style string trees. They do not have like a divot in the middle. The front edge of the string tree and the back edge of the string tree are catching that string as it bends down and up, going, from the nut to the tuner. So that is a friction point. This nut, they say, is a bone nut. I don't know, man. This is really, really white. It looks like plastic to me, but I'm going to reach over here. I'm going to turn on my soldering iron, and we're going to do a little poke in the bottom here where you don't see it. And if it's bone, it will not make a mark. And if it's plastic, it will. So it's obviously new because, this is on the strings. And the tape doesn't appear to have been tampered with. Yep, 6 saddle bridge, nothing fancy, just a typical no-name bridge. At least these are string through body, which is nice. They got this huge belly carve here, and some people were saying they're so stupid for doing that. I don't know why they would do that. They would do that for weight reduction. Right? They added a belly carve and then they figured, hey, let's take off more, make it look kind of unique to us, and it will help us make this guitar a little bit lighter. Because I don't know what this is made with, but it's pretty heavy. And they do have a nice little forearm contour. Very slight, not as pronounced as a Strat, but it's there. You can barely tell. And there's a binding all the way around here. I'm guessing it was just a white binding and they stained it because it's kind of wore through here. I don't know if this shows up in the video. But you can see on the edge where they ran the buffer a little heavily, maybe on this corner. It's showing through the black paint. We got some knobs. We got that's a box switch. Nice roasted maple neck. So let's pretend we're a kid at Christmas and we just unboxed our Christmas gift, and now we want to plug it in and play it. Take this paper off and we'll rock and roll. Removing paper revealed some nice abalone inlays. Very nice, actually. The fretwork looks really good. They're not rough at all. The fretboard edge is not rounded, but it's not a sharp 90 degrees either. And of course, because of these ball end frets, there is no fret sprout. Oh, and there's a little kind of palm contour here, but I don't understand those palm contours at the back of the guitar. You never approach the heel of the guitar like this. You approach it like this, right? You'd be down this way. You'd never be like that. So I can see them have a carve out here to allow for more access this way, right? So that the edge here doesn't get into the way. But what does that do? I guess it looks kind of cool, but it's useless really as far as functionality. If you're going to spend money making a carve this big square heel. Round that off. Plug this in. And give me a second, I'm just going to tune this up. You don't have to watch it. I gotta say, these tuners feel fantastic, except the A string tuner. It's really hard to turn. I don't know if the head's just tight or if the gear wheel is a little messed up, but it's really stiff to turn. The other ones are super smooth and there's zero slop in them. I'm getting a wicked rattle on the E string. I don't know if you guys can hear that from here. The nut's just poorly cut. It's just floating in there. So I don't think the nut is cut wide enough for the size of string. This is clean on the bridge pickup. Sounds like this. Whoa, that is bright. Dial that down a bit. That is a Fender setting on my GP50. So Fender Twin. Sounds pretty good. I rolled the tone knob like halfway down though. It's bright. So tone works. Volume works. It's very linear. And the switch works and the guitar's quiet. Man, that is sharp. Middle position. So the neck feels nice, roasted maple. I love roasted maple. It feels unfinished, which I like. It's a slim C neck. It's thin, man. So if you like thin necks, you're gonna like this. I personally would like a little bit more chunk to my telly neck. My wireless was glitching there. Seems to hold tune well. And neck position. Not near the output as the bridge. Now maybe it just has to come up a bit and the bridge has to go down a bit. This has a single ply clear pickguard. Some people like that. I do not. I would definitely change the pickguard on this guitar. I do not like this clear look. There's just too much of this sunburst thing going on. I think a nice black pickguard would tone it down a bit and would really bring out the sunburst that you do see. And it would also highlight the roasted maple neck, you know. So little Johnny at Christmas, you know, he just opened up, he tuned it up with Daddy, he plugged it in. He's got a great guitar. The thing plays well. I didn't do anything to it. This is out of the box. And for a guitar that was out of the box, like literally out of the box. You know, you can't knock it. It's pretty good. Yeah, this neck pickup is really quiet. Yeah, that E string is not rattling at all, fretted. So it's clearly a nut issue. Because if it was rattling fretted, then it'd either be a fret issue or a saddle issue, because as soon as you fret, you take the nut out of the equation, right? So the fact that it's rattling open string tells me that it's a nut issue. Wow, what a difference in volume. It's crazy. A little bit of drive. So this is some light dirt on the Fender Twin. Sounds like this. Wow. You know what I've realized? This is beside the point. This Joyo wireless guitar system is awesome. In fact, it's so awesome, I bought a second one. Just in case my first set goes down. I never have a glitch unless I'm plugged into the GP50. For some reason, these do not like whatever frequencies this GP50 is emitting. I constantly get dropouts with these when plugged into the GP50. If I plug into my pedal board that's on the ground there in the shot, maybe you can see it behind me, and I'm gigging at a live gig, and I got cell phones all around me, and Wi-Fi routers, and you name it, I never get anything wrong with this. But with the GP50, I am constantly switching channels on these things. So switch to a cable, and that'll stop that problem. Here's a little bit more drive. Neck. Hello! You hear that? So yeah, a little bit microphonic. Let's try some super high gain stuff. So little Johnny is a super happy camper because he just had to tune it and play it. The guitar holds tune. The guitar is comfortable. This belly cut, when you lean it against you, it just hugs your body. It's great. The string spacing is absolutely perfect. Dead center over each pole of the magnet and dead center all the way up. Let's tear it apart. These strings are 9s. And I'm not going to be reusing them. Strings came out the back in one pull and none of these ferrules popped out, so I think that's good. Remember when I said I turned on my soldering iron? So here it is. This is a bone nut. It should not do anything. If it's a plastic nut, it's going to melt. Oh, that's plastic. Big time plastic. Okay, although Johnny had a great time with his Christmas gift, you know, playing great out of the box, these tuners are all loose. So we're going to snug them up. And the tuner ends here are all a little bit loose, so we're just going to snug them up very quickly. Oh, that E-string was really loose. These come out. They're really short stemmed. Wow, I've never seen them so short. There is no grease in these, but they do have a brass gear. All right, I'm just going to jam a toothpick in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it's 9 is the opposite, so it's got to be 18. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 to 1 locking tuners. I hadn't really noticed this before. The truss rod adjustment on these guitars are at the heel. It's a 4mm Allen key style truss rod entrance. On the old style Telecasters, you had to take the neck off to adjust the truss rod. But on this one, what they did is they cut the pickguard down and they made a channel above the pickup. I didn't notice that, honestly, when I unboxed it with you guys. That kind of looks terrible. I think they should have gone with the truss rod wheel and just made that look a little neater. Even open up, you know, the fretboard here and, you know, put a truss rod wheel in there. Would have been a lot cleaner. But the question is, can we access this truss rod? We're about to find out. So here's a 4mm truss rod wrench. And yeah, we can access it easily. And it turns freely. Let's take this neck off and see how well it's sitting in the pocket. First, we crack these off. And then I can use a power tool. Oh, look at that. It's not threaded through the body. Not that one anyway. Right on. Yeah, they got a big indexing hole here. Okay, I'm just going to lift up on the body and see if the neck just comes right off. And it doesn't. All right, so I can't pull it out, that's for sure. Like, it won't slide out. So we'll just kind of lift it out, and there we go. Okay. Very clean. Got a little bit of sawdust. Very little nibbage. Interesting truss rod hole there. It's square. And this pocket is super clean. You can tell it's been sanded. Very well routed. This is just a typical 5-hole bridge. 2 at the top, 3 at the bottom. It is also top load. Guitar professionals, you're gonna love that, man. It's top load. All right, so in the videos that I watched, this bridge pickup was like somewhere in the 12K range, and the neck pickup was like in the 8K range. So let's see what we got here. We have, what? $638 for the bridge pup. Only $393 for the neck pup. And in the middle we have $244. That's way off compared to the other videos that I watched on this. And we'll have a look. And yeah, just plastic wiring. Mini pots, but they are branded. They're branded DI. I don't know if you guys know what that is. And yeah, just a cheap box switch. There is no shielding and there is no ground wire from the bridge. All right, 25.5-inch scale. And we have a little bit of rocking. Perfect. And let's check some frets. Oh. Okay, we got a high fret at number 3. Got another high fret over here. Got another high fret over here. That makes 3 so far. Another one here. That's it. So yeah, we do have 4 high frets on this neck. So this is a 43 millimeter nut. The first fret thickness is 20.5. And at the 12th fret, it's 22.9. So, is the Leo James Popcaster an awesome guitar? I don't think it's awesome, but it's got a super nice neck. Fretwork is good. Tuners are 18-1. Locking, if that's your thing. The body has contours on it. Super clean routes. Really nice fitting pocket. In the guitar modding world, that's what you call good bones. And these bones are good. Is this a good guitar? Yep, absolutely. It's not the nicest, but it's one of the nicest budget guitars that I've reviewed in a while, straight out of the box. And that's saying a lot, because this guitar was definitely out of the box upon arrival. That's it for me. You guys take care. God bless. And I'll see you in the next one.